Hello everyone, welcome back to Scruffy Tales. I figured I would do a quick video here. It's been, 5 days I think, since my last video, and at that point, Russia had just reached Kotlin outside of Pokrovsk, and as we can see, they haven't made all that much headway after that. I believe they pushed into the factory at Kotlin. They tried to move in on Udachne, but then were pushed out. And now we see they're moving up along a windbreak, a tree line, heading for a smaller factory area, small factory right between Kotlin and Udachne that I pointed out in my previous video as a excellent forward base of operations for Ukraine, and Russia is now pushing towards it right between Kotlin and Udachne. So as we can see, since Russia is struggling here for a week now almost, getting past Udachne and Kotlin especially, Ukraine is obviously throwing everything they have into the fight at Kotlin to contain the Russians and keep them back, denying them a chance to push on beyond Kotlin. This is a crucial battle at the moment. If Russia can get past Kotlin, they can then begin the encirclement of Pokrovsk in the west. And of course, Ukraine wants to hold Kotlin for as long as possible. This is where they must hold the line. So the longer Ukraine can hold Kotlin, the more assets Russia will throw into that fight. And that means pulling assets and resources away from other parts of the front line south of Pokrovsk. And that will ease up the situation for Ukrainians elsewhere, but will increase pressure on Kotlin, which of course means Ukraine will allocate more and more manpower and resources to hold Kotlin. So Kotlin will become a hellhole, basically, and it's going to be a race. There's not going to be anything left. The hope is that Ukraine can hold Kotlin and force Russia to waste resources and manpower on that small village, just like Ukraine managed to do at Stepove outside of Avdiivka. So the hope here is that Kotlin will become the next Stepove, this small village that Russia can't get past. And this small village that will, force Russia to waste incredible amounts of manpower and resources in taking this tiny village. If Ukraine can pull that off, the defenses around Pokrovsk stands a good chance of actually holding for many more months before Russia can push on to try and reach the supply routes leading into Pokrovsk. What else? I read an article the other day talking about the age of Ukrainian soldiers and the problems that comes with it. And the average age in many units in the Ukrainian army is 45. That is insanely high. And I believe they are recruiting people that are 27 or older at the moment. And this is, for me, kind of strange, because what you usually want is, young adults, 18 to 25, when a person is at his prime. This is when he has the most stamina, the most strength, and when his brain is still locked in the mental state of youth, or where you are reckless, you don't think any harm will come to you, and you can do stuff because, why not? For the hell of it, basically, right? And using that mentality, you can shape and form a soldier that will conduct dangerous missions, thinking he will survive, right? And you have a soldier that is fit in his prime and has stamina. so he can go on longer, he can carry heavy weight longer, he can go on without food for longer, and he can fight for several days with minimum amounts of sleep. I mean, it goes without saying, once you reach 35, 40, going beyond 40, you can't do that on the same level as a 20-year-old. And plus, your mind is now looking out for your own good. You will look at a situation and go, calculate, shit, I will not survive this if I try this, so therefore I won't do it. If you're 18 or 20, your mind doesn't work in that way. Your mind is not fully developed until you reach around 25. So that is why you want soldiers who are 18 to 25, because they're physically fit and they can go on for much longer, and they don't question dangerous orders in the same way. So me personally, it's kind of weird that Ukraine has not tapped into that resource yet, because at the moment it kind of seems as if the Ukrainian army is not able to go full tilt, because the average age is not 20, the average age is 45. So, I mean, the West, the Ukrainians are fighting with one arm behind their back because, the West is not providing enough weapons. But it kind of feels like they're also hopping along on one leg because they're not utilizing the age group in Ukraine that are the most fit and able to conduct a war. Does that make sense? So, I don't know, what do you guys think? Should Ukraine start recruiting the youngsters, the young adults, 18 to 25, to boost the capabilities of the Ukrainian army? I don't know. Anyway, that's going to have to be it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. As always, go på marsch, Ukraine. Give them hell.